America is deeply polarized. That means all the people on the left versus all the people on the right. And let me tell you, it's going to get a whole lot worse. And I'll tell you why. And Goldman Sachs is cutting jobs, and our global economy, us included, has, well, we had that bounce, right? So we have a bounce, and now it's grinding. And since I have two crystal balls, and I hold those said balls, and I said, balls, tell me what is going to happen, and I will tell you. And U.S. personal income, that's this stuff. It's falling because of the jobless benefits have expired. And temporary layoffs, they're not temporary anymore. They are now becoming permanent. Permanent job losses, done. It's over. But Johnny Bravo, stop being so negative, man. You're like, negative Bravo. That doesn't have a rhyme to it. But I talk to these macro guys. These are PhDs. I got another one I got to talk to in a couple hours. And the stuff that I know that they don't know, that they usually don't say on camera, well, let's just say I poop myself in my diaper. I mean, think about it, you guys. We got Great Depression numbers. Recession, I mean, at the most. GDP down 34%. Like nothing is good. Half of the people have jobs. The other half don't have jobs. The only thing that is left, and you know what that is, and that's smashing the whatever. You do whatever you want. It's the stock market. And I lied. The housing market too. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. That's not bubble or anything. Oh my gosh. Win that one said house, right? What's the inventory? One? And I could be wrong. You know, you got Graham and Kevin out there buying real estate. I'm just like, man, I am waiting on this one. I'm just not feeling it. Wait, did I call him Steven? I meant Graham. Sorry. It's a rough day. And I'm like 1 out of 2, right? I said recession 2020, housing market. Oh, that's going to take a beating. Could have been more wrong on that one. But what I am right on, and I have facts, I have charts to back it up, you guys are polarizing. You guys are going very far to the left and very far to the right, and I have an answer for you. I'm going to tell you what it is, and then I'm going to tell you why we got here and where are we going. And it's probably not going to be too good for the stock, because this channel is about the housing market, the stock market, the business. This is business news. We want to know. We're going to have this thing, and I can't even say it on the tubes, but I need to explain why. Coming in from Bloomberg, this will give you a business week, right? This is business news. America in crisis, a closer look at a deeply polarized nation. Welcome to America. Come on over, guys. If you live in other countries, it is it's not so good over here. Well, it's not so good over there either, and I want to explain why. It has to do with algorithms. And also, just to let you know, I don't have a solution for it because of big business. I just don't. I do not have a solution for this, and neither do they, except when they go to court, they're like, okay, we'll fix this. This is what's happening right now. Well, it's been happening. I'm a geek. So sometimes I can slip in my little geek stuff on this channel. Like, ooh, like I wish I bought this new phone. And you're like, oh, who cares? But these algorithms are separating the people. And that's been happening for about a very long time. When did I jump on Facebook? 2007. 2007. You had to have a educational, whatever, email, the Harvard, and I jumped on it. Whatever's hot and new, I'm like, oh, I'll get that. And so that's what I always do. And then I noticed that they started showing me just the stuff that I wanted to see. And that's what's happening to everyone. The things that you didn't even think were even possible, like fake stories becoming huge movements. All my Q supporters like Nux, but you guys really need to backtrack and where it all came from. News stories like what I'm doing right now, the stuff that's crazy in your head travels about 7 to 10 times faster, the fake stuff, than the non-fake stuff. And I know politics are like, oh, fake news or whatever. The fake stuff travels. The regular news does not travel. And so what is happening is what you like, I don't know, take your political view, and I'm not going to go into it, but you think that the left is, let's say you're on the right, you think the left is horrible and that's all they push to you is all the right-wing stuff because the algorithm's like, oh, that's all he looks at. He really likes it. So they start feeding you that. And so it polarizes you thinking that everyone is this way and they're bad. And it is separating everyone. And I have these high school kids and I'll ask them a question and they will just come off way out of left field. But that's really the field that they're playing on. Is the entire thing is only left field. That is all that is being pushed to them is left. The same thing that is happening on the tubes, probably while you're watching me, is because I'm kind of like that other guy that you like. And so then my stuff starts getting pushed to you and you're like, oh, this guy's weird. Who's this dude with the hair? But he actually kind of makes a little bit of sense. And then the more I talk to you, right, you're like, oh, shoot. He's really making a whole lot of sense. And on this channel, I was an Amazon guy. I was a business guy because I wanted to have, look, they came. See the scissors over there? they came today. Tell me this isn't the coolest thing. Look, scissors, I can wash them. And I wanted to help people to start businesses because I start businesses to make money. But I wasn't getting pushed out. And I said, I'm sorry, all my Amazon friends, I need to go somewhere else because it's dying over here, and I think I could teach people how to start businesses somewhere else. And I think what happened was YouTube was like, I think it's a little scammy because there's a lot of scammers out there. And so that was it. And I thought, you know what? I really like macro, and I trade equities. This is what I do. And let's see if I can swim in that stream. So maybe you came to this channel because of stocks. I don't know. Macro just doesn't have a large audience, but I want to know. Those are the crystal balls. It's like, where are we going in a year? The big picture, 2 years. Should I buy bonds? Should I buy stocks? What are we doing? And before I forget, if you're looking at this going, how do you know this guy makes monthly revenue, $6,000 a month? Hey, it went up, I think, since the last time I looked. It's in the course. It's a lot. It's 80 videos. It would take me, or go back and watch all my free videos on Amazon or whatever. But I will leave a link in the description for $198. That is just crazy. Johnny Bravo, $1,000. But I do offer the codes. That is one course I can't have people piling in because then I get too many emails and I'm flabbergasted. So like always, if the code's gone, it says $1,000, come back tomorrow and then grab it. I really don't have any control of volume. I only have one of me, and I'm not going to hire someone to tell you like how to download these things. And it's just, I think I could do it. But so these algorithms control you. So if you search for something, you know, this is you, and you search for that one letter Q, and then all of a sudden it's like, it's the fake news stuff, and it just keeps populating. Ooh, ooh, confused guy. And then all of a sudden you have this huge community of these people believing something. And again, I'm using that as an example. I can use the left, I can use the right, and it's just separating everyone. And then along with our economy and the monetary system, that just needs to go away because that was created to, enslave the people, to constantly stay on that tread. Is it a tread? Are you on the treadmill? You're on the hamster wheel, whatever. You're on the treadmill. You're like, all this COVID, they keep locking me down. You're on this thing, run, so fast. I just can't seem to make it. Yeah, because the monetary system's set up in a way that's like musical chairs. You have 100 chairs, and every year they pull a chair out, and then you can't seem to figure it out. So you go harder, and you're like, well, Dave Ramsey says pay off my house. But then you pay off your house, and then you realize, oh, I still have to pay on it. Huh, that's weird. It's called property tax. They get you. They keep making you have to work really, really hard. But the people at the top figure it out. Well, by luck, by accident, they start businesses, and they're like, oh, hey, I got all this passive income. I'll just hire someone. Well, let's go on the yacht, babe. Let's go on the boat. And then the people below, and that's why I keep screaming on this channel, that they own the 1% own 50%, and then 50% own 1%. And this isn't going to get any better. So you have the monetary system keeps yanking chairs out, and you can't figure out why. You have to now have 1 job, 2 jobs, 3 jobs. You're spinning harder. And now the kids move back. They can't leave. They can't get a job. There's people tell me that some of the houses have like sheds in the back, and they rent them out and they run wires from the house, and that's where they're living. Or go drive down the 405 or 5 here in California. It's like a tent city. And it's sad because I don't have a solution. I mean, I kind of do, right? Same kind of mantra. Well, I guess you got to make it to the 1%. That's the only thing I can think of. And I don't see this system of algorithms because they're businesses. They need to make money. And they're splitting you guys, separating, polarizing. And then in the end, I know what's going to happen. And I think these stimulus checks, these are just little Band-Aids. Guys, the money here, have free money, $400, $200, whatever you want. It is just Band-Aids to a ginormous problem. And I wish there was a better way, but it's like, let's gather around, have a fire, sing Kumbaya, but the Titanic has hit the iceberg. Okay, it is split in half. Do you know what's going to happen? The Titanic will be at the bottom of the ocean. Mathematically, the way this system is set up, it is going to end up at the bottom of the ocean. And it's just the way that the monetary system has been set up. And just, again, think of it as musical chairs. Every year, a chair gets removed. So some of the solutions could be up here, right? Trade this. I don't teach you to buy and hold because I don't know. Again, my crystal balls. I don't know what's going to happen in a day from now, in a week from now, in a month from now. And I would hate to set you up for like, well, it's always been this way. Well, until it doesn't, and then it's non-recoverable. And here, I'm going to give you guys 2 that are going to be very interesting. A bond and a stock. Ooh, taking us back, Mr. Bravo to high school. I taught this today. I wanted to dive through a window. Oh, they don't pay me enough. Looking at this, Nicola, I don't care. Hate the company, but I'm going to make some beans off of this, collect my beans and buy my fishing pole. Looking at this, look, that's a buy. Now, would I have put in a buy? No. This is like, are you sure? Okay, this is really good. Do you see the volume? Oh, people are coming in. All right, I'll put in a buy. Fine. Now, I get, sometimes you guys in the comments section, you give me heat on where I measure, right? It's a guy's thing. I say 9 inches. My wife says on a good day 2. But looking at this was today, right? Was this today? Couple days. Okay, where do you want me to measure from? I'll do the middle. I won't even take this buy signal. I'll just take the middle of this one. And you know what? I would fracking close this position. That's 28% on this. Even though but it doesn't say sell. Man, we are underneath that line and we have no volume. That's kind of scary me. We're in overbought conditions. I'm going to get out, right? Can I say that was 28%? And if you think stocks are good, you just wait and see on this little market here called the bond market. You're like, oh, that sounds so boring. Oh, no, my friend. Because when this chat show goes, guess where people run to? They run to bonds. They want safety. You're like, that's a debt note. Johnny Bravo, look at this. So these are the things that the first thing that I look for. Don't care about price. It sounds terrible. It sounds like my wife. See this white line right there? It's in an up. We're trading on the daily. That's above the 200, so I'll take it. We got volume. Now let's zoom way back. This is a bond, a boring bond for $164. Let's go to right there. So this is TLT, unless I got my, is it? Yeah, it's TLT. So looking at this, right? Do you see? We may have been in an uptrend. I'm just saying, pulling it on back. This is 2019, right there, 2018, 2019. That's the debt market. Now you're like, but Johnny Bravo, remember March, what happened? It did that and the Fed stepped in. Yes, the Fed will never allow this little thing, this little bounce off that 200 to ever happen again. And look, off we go. And look, how cute. Do you see what I drew for you? And this is what stocks do. Bonds, stocks, just about everything, right? Up, down, up, down. Ooh, let's consolidate. Which way we're going to break? Now, if you talk to, the Peter Schiffs or whatever, it's going to break down. Okay. I'm not going to take that bet, my friend. I know a lot of people that are a whole lot smarter than me. I did not finish my PhD. Oh, hey, that did not mean for that to rhyme. That they're looking at a 20 to 30% pump that way. So be ready. Now, there is a correlation between stocks and bonds, okay? I just don't want you holding those stocks and going like, what's happening, Johnny Bravo? You said to buy and hold on Robinhood. And if you're thinking, wow, your course comes with indicators of buy and sell. Remember, I teach high school kids. It has to be so simple. I try to remove as much as I can. Like, why are all the lines? What do the lines do? But what is it? 200 bucks? Less than 200? No, 200 bucks. It's normally 1,000. But again, only few, because as I'm filming, I allow so many in, because if I screw something up, I don't want everyone to go, wow, you really fracked that one up, Johnny Bravo. I'm like, okay, ooh, thank goodness there's only 3 of you in here. And then there will come that day where I think it is worth the $1,000, and then I will be a good Democrat and raise it to 1,000. Oh, wait there, Johnny Bravo. I think you got the Democrat-Republican thing wrong again. Guys, do me a favor. I don't know if you watched the who you're going to be voting for. I do have a shirt for that. Some of the guys that are on this channel, Donkey Tees. You want to know how much I make off of this? 0. So I even mentioned, I'm like, you guys, someone needs to do this. My merch account is just blowing up. Johnny Bravo, you need to have a merch account. Wait till the end. Another person created a hoodie about me. Do I make anything? I do not. So there's no affiliate links. I cannot give you any discounts. I'm sure if you reach out to them and be like, hey, Johnny Bravo sent me. Will you shut up, man? I love it, you guys. I get people who send me stuff all day long because I do like the Amazon stuff. This is a pillow. Try to they make over, I think, $100 and something on this thing. And then they're like, oh, you just show it on camera and we'll give you $5,000. I just show it and I'm like, just keep your money. I'd rather teach you how to do this for free. A lot of people are like, yeah, I didn't buy your course. I watch every one of your videos and I'm very successful in business now. I'm like, that's great. Look at this, $490 memory. Oh, glory. What? Oh, I thought that said whole. That would be an interesting pillow. I think there was one. I showed this, but yeah, you could buy something for $1 or $2. That one's a pillow. Look at that thing. That is, who needs a husband when you got something like that? And I did not know this. This is a pregnancy pillow for $1. Huh. Do you think she is? You think? Maybe, maybe not. $1 for Now I'm going to search for it. And now the algorithms think that I am fracking pregnant. And my wife's going to be like, is there something that you need to tell me? $40, $32. Which one? Which pregnancy? It's dudes on this channel. How much, for the love of Buddha, does someone who sells a pregnancy pillow? Hold your breath. The wheels are spinning. Oh my gosh. 1 million, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 million a month. Oh, I am in the wrong business. But remember, that does not mean, yes, because I get heat. Well, that's, then you have to cost of goods and, your taxes. And no, you know what's worse than that is having to figure out a way to get $1 million to order $1 million worth of pillows. And back to the news that you really wish didn't exist. And then I point these things out because I want you to go, okay, we're moving in a direction. The Titanic hit a very large iceberg. Goldman is latest to cut jobs. Oh, okay, only 70,000. That should be fine. But Johnny Bravo, why do you tell us then to start businesses? Well, just do it online. Don't do brick and mortar. I've screamed this at the top of my lungs for my whole life, ever since I sold the day spa. That's it. Don't ever do this. The global economic recovery is slowing from a bounce, well, to a grind. Think about this. Just put 20 trillion on the market and tell me that just gave you a bounce. Now we're grinding. some 20 trillion of stimulus. I should have a channel on stimulus. I think that would grow very well. From governments and central banks has pulled the world's economies most of the way back from these bad levels. But for multiple reasons, the last stretch is set to be the hardest. Yes. See, we're like, okay, the cruise ship, the Titanic, hit it. We're going to start to try to turn this thing. Oh, whew, it's turning. Yeah, I see your Titanic is turning. The only problem is you have now 2 of those said Titanics. But there's always the good news from Bloomberg coming in from economics. U.S. personal income falls. Oh, I thought it was a good thing. So if you make less, yeah, okay, I'm getting this now. Personal income falls after federal jobless benefits expire. Well, then I have a solution. Why don't you just keep shoveling the people more money? And sure, you're going to get a bounce, right? Oh, here, everyone, here's 20 trillion. Oh, look, a recovery. It happened right here. Oh, wait, what's going on, right? The trend is your friend until the end. Well, I guess just give the people more moolah. I have to laugh at some of these stories. Jobless claims edge lower to only 1 million. As slow recovery continues. First time jobless claims total 837 last week. It declined 36,000. Economists surveyed by the Dow Jones has been looking for 850. All right, so better, always better than expected, right? You tell those economists what we want to hear. See, they figure out the numbers, and then they give you a lower number, and then they say better than expected. I'm sure when the Titanic, right, snapped in half, everyone's like, well, okay, now let's look at the bright side. We used to have only 1 Titanic. Now we have 2. Temporary layoffs are becoming permanent. Here's another thing. So now you're laid off, but you're like, oh, I'll go Uber. Oh, okay. Full-time employment. Drove for Uber for 5 minutes. Oh, well, I'll put a sticker on my car that says Lyft too. Oh my gosh, that's 2 full-time jobs. Oh, and you want to work at the polls? Not those kind of polls. The other polls. That's 3 jobs. That is... Look at the growth. And then someone did a J Bravo hoodie right there. See Bravo? I think it's sold out, but you can email them and say, hey, can you make me one? Don't always agree with the naughty language on the site, but heck, I guess if they would do it, it's nsaclothing.onlineweb.shop. So take a look, and I will see you tomorrow. And just in case I missed it, none of this can be financial advice. Don't listen to anything that I say. I'm just a YouTuber. I'm a cartoon character. Why would you ever listen to a cartoon character? Don't trade. Leave that for the 1%.